Amy could see that the books that she had published through Ingram Spark were showing up on Amazon. But the problem was she wasn't able to adjust the prices or some of the metadata that would be associated with those files, and that led to some questions. And that's one of the reasons why in today's video we are going to discuss the best self-publishing platform for authors. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. So the thing was, Amy is an author in California, and she has written a couple of books, and she's gone through with a hybrid publisher. She had gone through it with them, and they had managed to put the paperback versions of those books onto Ingram Spark. This is actually the first time I had ever even met somebody who with this particular category where they started with just putting the books on Ingram Spark, and that if you were going with a hybrid company that would help you with this process, that they wouldn't bother to do the ebooks as well. But in Amy's case, it was just the paperback versions on Ingram Spark. So the thing is, she was coming and looking to see if it was possible to get more sales on Ingram Spark for her books, but it wasn't clear at all how exactly she'd go about doing this when she couldn't really run ads as easily, and she could use other marketing techniques, but not the type that you'd be able to use on Amazon. So she had heard about other platforms, but then again, why should she bother with other platforms since she was already on Ingram Spark, and it was sort of pushing the book through to some of the other platforms that distribute the books. But she was thinking, I don't know if I really want to write the next book in the series because people were not buying her existing books, and she started to doubt that maybe she didn't actually have what it takes to write books that people would wish to read. So the first thing is she did go to this hybrid publisher, and they were able to do a couple positive things, which was they were able to take her book in the format that it was in and help her with the process of getting a cover and getting it all together and putting it onto Ingram Spark, though she did it through her own account. So unlike some hybrid publishers where they own everything, you don't have any idea what the sales you're getting, you're dependent upon them forever. She did in fact get it out there. Sometimes I've even talked with coaching clients on this subject where they'll say, no, I own all the rights to it. I'm like, can you please show me your sales dashboard so we can see how many sales you're making? Like, oh, I don't have the ability to see that. Why not? Because your book has been uploaded by this hybrid publisher to the site, and only they get to know what you're selling or not selling, and how much money they wish to send you or not send you, which is a ridiculous situation to be in. Even if you're going to run ads against it, even then you won't get that information. It's unbelievable. So, but in her case, she was very fortunate. Amy was able to go through this hybrid publisher. They actually set it into her account and not theirs. So they're not building some sort of eternal dependency upon them to continue to do everything they were going to do. Then the second thing is that she didn't have an ebook version of the book, and she had heard that ebook versions can help when it comes to sales, but she wasn't even completely clear over that, because after all, isn't books really just about the paperback? Well, that's what she was thinking. She was incorrect, but that was exactly what she was thinking. So what happens next then? So the thing is that she was watching some of my videos, and I commented the importance of getting help if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the direction you should be going, and what you need to do in order to either get it self-published or get your books selling. So she booked a free discovery session with me, and there were a couple things that we noticed. The first is her book was on Amazon. Originally, I wasn't even clear over the fact that it was only done through Ingram Spark, and so then it pushes the books back. But a couple things we saw were that there was no look inside. So the person who might consider buying Amy's books, they couldn't see the look inside. It was just simply not there. Her author's bio, when you click on her name on Amazon, nothing comes up because she doesn't have an Author Central account with Amazon. I said, you need to get this set up through Amazon KDP. And she asked, what is Amazon KDP? Kindle Direct Publishing. I commented, and that this is exactly where we want to start this entire journey as we set it up there. And then we would adjust the prices, which she has no ability to adjust. And as we've talked about on our pricing videos, the pricing strategy is one of the most important things. As we're getting more sales, we need to increase the price and need to do it incrementally. But what if you have no control over the price? This creates a huge problem, and especially if it's happening on Amazon. And this is one of the things I was commenting. Now, you might be wondering why we're on Amazon, and that is because it is the best platform. And that is the answer to the key question there. Amazon is by far the best platform. There's nobody better than Amazon. Even if you put it on other sites, I definitely recommend Ingram Spark in addition to Amazon and your hardbacks through Lulu. And they're going to come also back through Amazon. But ultimately, we want to be able to control the pricing on Amazon, and we want to be able to control ads that were running against these books and see the sales that are being attributed to these ads. After running 120 million ads myself personally for my 200 plus books that I have on Amazon, I can tell you this is one of the most powerful ways to get your book to sell. It's finding this correct ads, targeting the right audience, bringing them to the sales page, optimizing the sales page, and then getting those ads to sell your books for you. And that combination is a very powerful one, especially if you learn from each book you produce. You put it on the market, and then we learn, so we're able to drive more traffic to the next book. But you could see we were missing all of these things here. Even though her book was on Amazon, it wasn't really registered through Amazon. They were distributing it for Ingram Spark, but she wasn't actually through her own account. And so the thing was that the audience size on Amazon is so massive, and you're losing audience if you're just hoping that you don't have to optimize a sales page and that they'll buy from you. There are many other books they could buy from. Many other authors are putting books out there, and they could very well go to them. For the authors who are choosing to optimize their pages and ensure that they're getting the sales they deserve for the books they're putting on Amazon. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. And that was what I was explaining to Amy as we were working through her books and seeing a whole series of these things. And so the solution became pretty clear for her. It is that you need to set up an Amazon KDP account, get in touch with Amazon, and find out if you can adjust prices, if you can put up author's bio, even if it's coming through Ingram Spark. In addition, you're going to want to get this ebook version onto KDP so that you can have an audiobook version as well through ACX. And since she lives in California or the UK, that also would not be a problem. So US or UK, other parts of the world that can be difficult, so Findaway Voices would be a better option for those people in terms of getting your audiobook produced. And you definitely want to do this. You never want to sit on manuscripts. You never want to have it in that way. The downside is she'd have to go through and learn a little bit more upon the formatting front, and that was something we had discussed in the session. And also for the discovery session, it's a fantastic place to sort of get out of your mind and out of your own head and sort of explore with me, and we can look closely at exactly your goals and what we're trying to achieve here and where you're at and what needs to be done to move things forward. You can also book a free discovery session right below if that is of interest to you. If you feel everything's going perfectly, then keep on going. But I'm telling you, everybody needs a coach of some sort, a sounding post. And so you definitely should book a free discovery session, and we can talk about your issue there. So back to Amy. So ultimately, she realized she was going to need to fix the Amazon situation. So as we last spoke, she's in the process of setting up her Amazon KDP account and going to ask Amazon if she could adjust the prices through this particular route, if she can get them connected to her account. It wasn't clear to me that that's possible since I haven't actually seen this scenario before, so I will be following up with Amy to see if that is something that is relevant. In addition, she realized the importance of formatting herself so that she could make these changes. She saw changes. She wanted it through a hybrid publisher, but they're going to charge $100 a change because it's not worth their time to bother around with this stuff. And so she bought the formatting course, the book formatting course that I have below in the description that shows you how to use the tool Juto in order to get the sales that you deserve for your specific, how to get the book formatted and out there in the different formats you're going to need if we're going to succeed at this whole self-publishing thing. And at the end of it all, she's feeling a lot better. She could see a track, a direction going in order to get these sales, to get her books in more formats, appealing to a larger audience, and also optimizing the sales pages, resulting in a high level of motivation. In her case, she did have money to deal with like running the ads and stuff like that once the book was out on the market. And that's the other thing with these ads. The Kindle book, you have two separate ads. You do ads for your Kindle version, and then you do ads for the paperback version. And we're using the Kindle ads to drive traffic to the sales page, where then people actually end up buying the paperback version. And the paperback version, for almost everyone I know, they make about twice as much money off the paperback version than they do the Kindle. And my Ingram Spark books make me more money than even my paperbacks on Amazon, which is really amazing. But even if you have no money, you might be wondering how to self-publish with no money. Well, that is why you're going to want to check out this video right here, and I'll see you over there. Thanks.